Hello, Falcon fans. Being joined by the new offensive coordinator for the Falcon football team, Mr. Curran, kind enough to join us and bringing to the Mequon campus over 19 years in college football coaching experience. Coach, first of all, welcome to Mequon. I guess when you look at your background, what made this opportunity exciting for you?
Thanks. Yeah, from the first time I set foot on campus, I was just blown away and impressed with what they have here and the program that Coach Eder has built. And he's got great people and a great staff. And the more I get to be around campus and meet all the people of Concordia, this is a really special place. So I feel like I can add to what's already here and the good things that they're already doing. I feel like this is a place that we can do some really special things.
Most recently, you were the head coach at Bethany College in Kansas, double the win total from 2018 to 2019. When you look back at that success, what do you attribute these success to, and how can you maybe carry that experience over to now this new role?
Oh, it's always about surrounding yourself with good people. I think Coach Eder's done that. The kids in the program and the assistant coaches and all the support staff, and if you have good people working together that really care about what's going on and do things the right way on a daily basis, that's how successful organizations are structured. So I think a lot of that's already in place. I want to add to that, and I think we can make things better here.
From a coaching standpoint, among other stops, Wayne State, Missouri Valley College, Concordia, Nebraska. When you look at your coaching background, how do you feel like you have grown as a coach? What have you gained from those opportunities?
Yeah, I started off as an offensive lineman. I coached running backs, receivers, D-line. Then got a chance at Concordia, Nebraska to be a coordinator and install an offense kind of from scratch. And then moving around a little bit, and I've had different roles in a lot of different programs. So I think I have a pretty good perspective on college football and how different places operate. Kind of how the recruiting process goes, how you have to sell your program and market it. I think it all has led to this, so I'm excited to be here.
You mentioned some of your offensive background, and again, you've been around the offensive side of the football quite a bit throughout your time, and now as the offensive coordinator. When you look at philosophy, are you a run-first kind of a coach? Are you a pass-first? Does it depend on the personnel? How do you go about determining what fit for a certain team?
I think you said it. It depends on the personnel. I think it's really important that you can both run and pass the ball and have some balance. That doesn't mean you have to be 50-50, but you have to be able to do both effectively in the right spots. I've been more of a spread guy over the years, and that kind of fits with what they have here as far as personnel and the style of play. But I'm excited to kind of see what we have as far as guys on the roster and talent in the program. And it's always, to me, about fitting your offense to the guys you have and getting your best 11 guys on the field and putting guys in position to be able to make plays.
You bring up a good point because you talk about getting to know the personnel, getting to know the players on this roster. How do you go about doing that between now and whenever practice does start, maybe in February, knock on wood, season starts in March, fall training camp is over with, you're now on the job, so how do you go about preparing for what could be?
Yeah, this is uncharted territory for everybody this year, and playing a spring football season is something that we've never really had to get ready for. But if we can get things going, it'll be a similar timetable as far as a training camp, a few weeks of practice, getting ready for the first game. Whether that's August going into a September game or whether that's February going into a March game, I think the timing should be pretty similar. And that part I don't think it is too much of an adjustment. I just got to get to know these guys and get around some of the players, and that starts today. I'm doing some meetings with some of the offensive players individually and kind of just getting a feel for how they got here and what their goals are and how we can help them achieve those.
So overall right now, is your thought process when it comes to putting your stamp on the offense, are you trying to bring everything in now, this first season? Are you trying to just tweak some things because you haven't had a full off season really to make your mark? How do you go about approaching what you want to do now as the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. You do what you can within the time frame allotted. So we'll get as much stuff as we can installed I don't think it's going to be drastic changes for these guys as far as scheme, as far as the terminology may be different. Some of the stuff, the way we call it, may be different. Some finer points may be changed from what they've done in the past. But football's football, and I think if you're a good teacher, you can get your point across in a meeting room, and the guys can understand what you want. Then they can play with confidence and be aggressive.
And again, hopefully everything goes according to plan. If it does, the season will begin late March, the Cheese Bowl against the Lakeland University Muskies. Again, to wrap it all up, what excites you about what could be coming up, whether it be this spring or come up in the fall?
Yeah, I think this is a great place and a great program, and we just need to put guys in the right position to succeed. Coach Eder and I are really on the same page from a philosophical standpoint as far as developing the whole person. We want to have great football players, but we also want to have great citizens on campus and develop people. This is a really exciting thing for me, and it's a new conference with all new challenges, so I'm excited to get it all figured out and see what we can put together.
Good stuff, Coach White. Thanks again for your time and welcome to the campus.